Coming up tonight on the news at 5, Senator Sullivan led a roundtable discussion with the National Energy Dominance Council. We'll bring you what was discussed. Then the Spinard Jazzfest continues today. We'll hear from a group of singers about why the festival is so important to them.
And it was sunshine for the interior with rain and clouds for south central Alaska. The forecast coming up.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
Members of President Donald Trump's cabinet were at a roundtable with Alaskan elected officials to discuss resource production in the state. The Secretary of the Interior, Energy, and the Administrator of the EPA arrived here in Alaska for what will be several days of resource-focused discussion and observation. Meeting with Senators Dan Sullivan as well as Governor Mike Dunleavy, the group focused much of their discussion on increasing oil production and the long-imagined Alaska LNG pipeline. A trans-Alaska pipeline for natural gas has drawn criticism, including from those who say the returns do not outweigh costs. Secretary of the Interior Doug Burgum and Secretary of Energy Chris Wright emphasized a global growing need for liquid natural gas and increased interest from foreign powers. Burgum said the ability to ship LNG and other forms of energy is a matter of great national security as well as economic growth for Alaska and the U.S.
There will be people lined up to finance it. We won't take foreign capital to build the pipeline. There may be foreign interest in wanting to be part of it because it's going to be a great project. But what we really need is customers.
The opportunities are just immense, but it's just so hard, so costly, so timely to do anything. Just a lot less is happening that should be, and we're at risk of the TAPS oil pipeline falling below its minimum flow. So there's clearly a need for dramatic change, but dramatic change is coming.
The group also discussed rolling back regulations set by previous administrations to open up drilling in places like the National Petroleum Reserve of Alaska and the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, something the Trump administration has pursued since the start of the current term. Reporter Joe Allgood will join us tonight on the Late Edition with more. Now switching to weather now, let's see what meteorologist Robert Forget says we have in store for your week.
Well, I'll tell you what, today a little gray throughout much of south central, but they saw the sunshine in the interior. Let's go ahead and see what's happening right now. Lots of clouds in the southern part, and you can see that radar still with all that green. That is the rain that's been coming through, and windy conditions, especially down in Girdwood and also in Portage. We're seeing Talkeetna at 50 with a little bit of sunshine there, Wasilla also, but everywhere else seeing some clouds except Gulkana, where they're at 51 degrees, 46 in Cordova. Looking out, you can see those gray clouds sitting on top of us, and we'll get a few sprinkles and showers throughout the next few hours. Oh, that kind of rhymed. 51 degrees our high today, 48 our low, 61 is our normal, so feels cool out there, kind of going back into early spring. And what can we expect? Well, light showers, cloudy skies tonight, 44. And those winds out of the southeast are still gusting right now to about 30, 31. So we'll see that in the early part of the evening, then it should subside. 63 was the high in Fairbanks, 36 the low, just about normal, except for their low was pretty low. Currently, again, sunshine and clouds up there, but it's been very nice for the folks in the interior with 63 right now in Fairbanks. And the forecast, just taking a look briefly, we're looking at some early clouds in Anchorage, and maybe a few breaks, 56. Fairbanks, mostly sunny and rainy in Juneau and Bethel. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Robert. We're closing in on the end of the first weekend of Spinard Jazzfest here in Anchorage. We've heard from organizers this weekend, but if you haven't been able to make it to a performance, we brought a little bit to you here on Alaska's News Source. In the studio this evening, we have some very special guests with us here as a look into some of the performances you might see at Jazzfest in the coming week. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Would you mind introducing yourselves for us?
We are Pipeline Vocal Project. My name is Lisa.
My name is Molly. And my name is Taylor.
Thank you so much for joining us. How's Jazzfest been so far?
Jazzfest has been such a success so far. We have so many acts from across the state, Ketchikan, Juneau, Sitka, Seward, and many more, not just Anchorage. And I believe we have 55 acts performing at the Jazzfest this year, which is really exciting.
That sounds awesome. Thank you. Can you tell me about the kind of music your group performs?
Yes, we are a vocal group, or known as a cappella. And Spinard Jazzfest, while it was rooted in jazz, has evolved to so much more than that. Now we do rock, folk, singer-songwriter, and much more. And we are a perfect example of a variation. And we perform jazz as well, but we encompass a lot more through vocal music. So that's what you're going to see through our performance today.
Oh, it sounds great. Where else are you performing during Jazz Fest?
We will be performing at the museum's first Friday, this coming Friday, June 6th at 5 p.m. if you'd like to catch us there. And that event is completely free to anyone who attends.
Good to know, good to know. Well, I'm so glad you could join us. Can we hear a little bit of your music now?
Absolutely. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I'm the king of the swingers, oh, in the jungle VIP. I reached the top, had to stop, that's what's bothering me. I wanna be a man club and stroll right into town. And be just like the other men, I'm tired of running around. Oh, ooby-doo, I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you do. You'll see it's true, it ain't like me. Can't let me you'll see it's true. Someone like me can learn to be like someone like you. Yo quiero ser hombre como tú, yeah. One more time. Can learn to be like someone like you. Learn to be like someone like
That was amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. And we will be right back after this quick break.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
The famous quote, "An army marches on its stomach," is true for more than just the military. Hikers, hunters, tugboat captains, even reporters want a good meal, especially after a long day. But choices are pretty limited in Adak. So make sure to bring snacks or meals with you when you visit. But if your timing is just right, you might just get a chance to eat out while in Adak when one of the city's 2 restaurants are open.
After a big day, we are ready for a big meal, and we were told we have to stop here at Tundra Tavern. Grab a seat.
What is your name?
Jim.
Check out the menu.
Do you already have a tab open?
And you might even get a surprise.
So if you ring the bell, you have to buy everyone around a drink.
Because when you hear that clang at Tundra Tavern,
Someone ring the bell. Would you like another round?
it happens pretty often, according to Maureen Russell.
And would you like another amber?
She's a server here.
We have a lot of burgers, fries, pizzas. We were going to sell ice cream, but we had to get the refrigerator up and running.
As for what's recommended,
Our great chicken burger with onion rings and also the Chick-fil-A Adak sub.
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Is it like Chick-fil-A?
I don't know. I never ate at Chick-fil-A. I never did.
Double bacon, yep.
But it's not just dinner that Adak is serving up. Let's talk about the most important meal of the day. So we're stopping here at Adak Soul.
The Adak grits.
Grits and eggs, hot coffee.
Breakfast sandwich.
You want it?
A lot of times I ask people what they want. I've had people say, hey, do this, do that. Try me.
Don't mess with Emmett Raymond. Food is serious business.
Whatever they like,
What's your favorite?
everything.
Raymond owns Adak Soul. You'll find him here on the grill and just about every other place you visit on the island.
Multiple. I keep the lights on. I'm the supervisor at the airport. Have this, do other mechanical stuff for people around the island.
And if you forget to bring snacks, there's also a small grocery store. It's named for the extreme wind the island gets. The 100-knot stop doesn't open until 5 on weeknights, and the selections are, well...
We needed some fresh fruit, but there's no fresh fruit here.
Limited.
It's not for the week a little bit. There's no shopping.
But if you're adventurous enough to be a tourist in Adak, in Alaska, it's always true. There is beauty all around.
It's actually very peaceful being away from everyone. I like the silence.
And silence is something our road tripping crew noticed too, as it seemed like a place frozen in time.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.